Going over to the Culture Proud podcast, you have more advertisers leaving Twitter as exodus continues. This comes to us thanks to a website called futurism.com, in which they say, quote, and specifically this is from Frank Landymore, he's right over there, saying, quote, Elon Musk in deep trouble as even more advertisers are planning to leave Twitter's toxic cesspool. They'll be on Facebook, though, of course. So he says, quote, advertisers and the precious revenue they bring have been fleeing X, formerly Twitter, ever since Elon took it over in October 2022, bringing with him groundswell of hate speech, misinformation, and racist rhetoric, a lot of which comes from his own account. The attacks against Elon continue. Remember, hate speech isn't a speech they just hate. Now they say, quote, now that the site's marketing prognosis almost dire, it's about to get worse. News research from the firm Kantar indicates a record 26% of advertisers planning to cut spending on Twitter next year, which could be the death sentence for those whose revenues are already in freefall. This is from Ganchi Mumbai, who's the director of global thought and leadership at Kantar. He says, quote, marketers are brand custodians and need to trust the platforms they use. He continues saying, quote, X has changed so much in recent years that it can be unpredictable from one day to the next. It's difficult to feel confident about your brand's safety in that environment. Let's see here. They say the metrics add a climate of uncertainty surrounding Twitter's future, which is probability that's driving advertisers away more than anything. They want stability, not fatality. According to the report, which has compiled by interviewing 1,000 senior marketers and 18,000 consumer groups across the globe, just 4% of marketers think Twitter ads provide brand safety, whereas Google enjoys considerable more trust at 39%. Now, Mumbai also says advertisers have been moving their marketing away that spend from X for several years. The stark acceleration of this trend in the past 12 months means a turnaround seems unlikely. Of course, they bring up the interview that last time Elon was at the forum or the summit. He basically told people who didn't like the platform to go at themselves when they were trying to threaten Elon, saying, hey, if you don't start to censor more people, we're going to take away those marketing dollars. And ultimately speaking, I think X Twitter's got a lot better under Elon's taking it over. You're not censored so much on X, which is great for a lot of independent reporters, like great for a lot of independent thinkers. And there's all those instances where I wonder how much Elon really cares if advertisers leave. I wonder if some of it is just marketing metrics. I mean, one of the reasons I've been, so not to brag, but I do have my account on X Twitter, the topping show, blue checkmark. I'm fancy in that regard. But it's one of those things where my tech company, I've been hesitant to pay for advertising on X Twitter because of the type of way you're able to create an audience and strategically target, prospective clients. Now, LinkedIn, while wholeheartedly ineffective, in my opinion, well, they're very good. And same with Facebook, you could target people based on not just geography, but you can target people based on their industry, their job title, their tenure in profession, and for a lot of bit, especially I have a business-to-business type of sales methodology where my tech company works with businesses exclusively, not individual consumers. In that regard, it's much more difficult to get an ROI out of those platforms. Even LinkedIn, when I do pay to boost ads, which I debate, the engagement might be 1% click rate, and we barely get any traction in regard to the market campaign. So actually, I've stopped pretty much all paid advertising on X Twitter the past couple months, on LinkedIn. Now with X Twitter, if he can get to the point where you actually know everyone's job title, their profession, their industry, if you had that type of detail, and again, maybe he'll update these terms, he'll update it by tomorrow or by the time this video is running uploaded, who knows? But to me, as a small business owner, that's been my major hesitation. In terms of individual products, like if you're selling products to consumers, like if you're selling coffee or some type of thing where you're just buying directly from a manufacturer, that I think would be a much more compelling reason to advertise on X Twitter. But yeah, that's one of my hesitations. I wonder how many people are taking that into account when they're looking at their advertising dollars. Now, also, I don't know how much Elon really cares because, again, he's got billions of dollars. He does have some investors with him on X Twitter. Now, I'm not sure if those people are thinking they're going to make their money back, in a short term or long term, or if they did it just because they believe in Elon and they want to maybe just be closer to him and other investments. Maybe they're hoping, well, I'll invest a little bit, X Twitter. Elon will remember this. And then maybe be one of the early investors or one of the first major investors to grow SpaceX, something like that. All interesting, speculation. But in terms of people using X Twitter, that's been increasing. I think, personally, culturally speaking, I think there's some people certainly alienated by the platform a couple of years when Elon first took over. But I think overall the usage is growing. I think there's a lot of potential. I think there's a reason people still talk about it as such a big part of the culture, especially in the United States and globally. It's I mean, it is a beacon of free speech, which is so invaluable. I think that will bring more eyeballs, more prospective clients, and long-term more advertisers. But let me know in the comments. Do you think this might kneecap the company completely? Do you think in a couple months maybe more businesses will start to pay for advertising on there? Let me know in the comments because, as always, I'd be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I really appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make show it better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.